is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Exciting stuff. Ball is life. Look, we're looking larger than ever, a little crooked. Let me just pick this a little bit. But you know, one thing for sure, though, this is live and we are excited. Why? Because, she's rarely here. She's always, somewhere out there in the world, traveling, making content, making sure that she makes her part of the world a better place. So we first got to meet her when she was part of Perlas Pilipinas. That was the old name of Gilas Pilipinas, the women's team. And she did represent the country very well in the recently concluded Southeast Asian Games over in Cambodia, wherein they got a silver. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the show the one, the only Sofia Roman. Hi, Sofia.
Yay!
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome. And
Thank you.
It's been a tough challenge, but how's everything been?
It's been great, honestly. Every time I come home to the Philippines feels like home to me. So whenever I come and visit, it's never like I feel, and like an outsider. I feel comfortable. I feel chill. So it's great. Feel good.
And welcome back. Nagulat din ako Kayla. She's like, "Uy, she's in the country."
Yeah. I had to hit up Rico. I was like, "Hey, I'm back. I just want to say hi, whatever." So
Awesome.
I'm here.
And I told her, "You gotta come here. You go to the studio. Sure. Be live." That's what it is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It's been quite a journey.
It's been 8 years since I first met you?
That's right.
Oh gosh, it doesn't feel like 8 years.
It's been a long time.
No, I don't want to believe it.
See, it even zoomed in. It goes 8 years, and it zoomed in on you.
No,
Zoomed in. And I was telling Kayla off air that you were shooting the lights out when we last saw each other. It was a Ricky Rubio sort of
yes, that's right. It was an Adidas
event, a
event.
run.
Yeah,
like a basketball run. And she was shooting the lights out of everybody.
That's amazing. Oh my
I had
gosh.
a good time. Those are like my glory days. I'll never forget. I cherish those moments, honestly.
Amazing.
So.
I know you and Rico know each other from way back, but for me and the others that might not know your journey, when did you get started playing basketball?
I started when I was in 3rd grade, so about 7 years old, and it was something that my dad put me and my sister in to just stay busy. And my dad was always into basketball, even here in the Philippines, because we actually grew up here first before we moved to the States. So he was very into basketball, like every other Filipino out there, and kind of put us in a league, a Catholic league. And then from there, I just kept going with it.
And when did you find out that, okay, there's a potential here? I could, or when they put out the women's team, right? And how did that fare out for you?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to try out. I knew that was something I wanted to do after college or, sometime at that time. And I just reached out to the coach at the time, Coach Heidi Ong. I was like, hey, I want to try out for the national team. I play collegiately at Dartmouth and I would love to represent the country. And she said, yeah, come back, try out. At the time, she was the head coach for Perlas. And she saw me play, and we did a few games here in the Philippines, met the team then, and just fell in love with the whole idea of just being able to play for something bigger than even a school. So,
you can see that it's such a fairy tale of a career when it comes to you're from the States, you're here, basketball ka, then you go to the US, it looks promising, university, then all of a sudden you come back home. Oh my God, they're gonna represent the country.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Was it a lot of pressure when you were doing all that?
There was pressure for sure. I definitely was nervous, but it was a good nervous. I felt like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it really is a once in a lifetime opportunity for everyone who's on the team. So I just embraced it.
Eh, yung
really
mga
missed
early
it.
days pa ng ano yung sa'yo eh. Early days of the Philippine team, the women's team, no?
Yeah,
I
it
mean, wala
was.
pang sponsor masyado. Wala pa nanonood
Yeah,
masyado.
I
How was
mean,
it? Can you describe us?
Perlas, when I was playing here, for the SEA Games, we were under the Ever Bolena group. So, Boss Giseldo, Boss Siliman, Zaherson, and yeah, we were actually, we were well managed. Like, we were training camp in Taiwan, training camp in
Oh,
Malaysia.
spoiled.
Super, such a great. It was a great experience.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, anytime I'm with the national team is always a great experience. So, yeah, good times.
I mean, so like when you're on the national team, what kind of like routine are you in? What's a typical day like?
Typical day.
Yeah.
We work out 6 days a week. Usually the rest days on Sunday for church and just to reflect on the week and get ready for the next round of basketball. So we usually train from 10 to 12. So I've been, training with them from 10 to 12 every day in Quezon City. It's pretty intense, especially leading up to a tournament. They're getting ready for FIBA Asia, which is in Australia this year at the end of June. Sorry, not May. And we're just nonstop. Yeah.
Wow.
So, that's been everything that's been laid out. For those that are, tuning in and watching us live, we have Sofia Roman. She is joining us. She is part of Gilas Pilipinas. Of course, we're going through her journey as Perlas Pilipinas as they were doing that. Then in comes the injury. All right. So we'll talk about that in a bit. What happens when you have everything ahead of you? You're excited. Then in comes that injury. What's next? All right. Once again, if you have questions for her, do send it in at RX931. You can send it in via our text line, Kayla.
Yeah, 0961-136-7931 on Viber and Telegram.
All right, on air, we're going to play you guys a song online. We're going to let you guys see. What's this video that you want to share with us?
It's the last game against Malaysia in the most recent SEA Games that won us silver. So I made the highlights because I was essentially like capturing the moment with the team because I'm a videographer now as a career. So I was able to be able to do that with the team was great. So check it out.
Well, check it out. Here we go. Live on the Monster. All right, we're checking out the video right now. This is, of course, coming to you live for those that are watching us. This is that video. This is her work. This is her behind the lens. Check it out.
One thing na ilagay nyo sa utak nyo. Okay? Ilagay nyo sa puso nyo, pare. Again, this is not just for you guys, but for the country itself. And for your family that's always supporting you. You play harder than anyone could expect from you, pare. Will be very successful. Okay? 2, 3!
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb. And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get it, yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up.
Emotions are raw. Look at that. My
Yeah.
goodness. A great video there. Of course, this is the junior team?
This is the senior team.
Senior team. Okay.
Senior. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the Gilas Filipinas women's team. Yes.
My goodness. And you could see like the height difference from
I know, yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
quite
right?
yeah.
It's funny because the taller girls on the
Mhm.
team. They were our youngest when I was playing 2015.
Mhm.
I think Jack was only 16 and a reserve at the time, and Claire. So
It come full circle. Yeah.
oh yes, it came
Mhm.
full circle. I was so proud of like all the younger girls.
Mhm.
Even Ella Fajardo, she's like a really big time player now. She's playing in college, and Camille Clarin.
Mhm.
They used to come and watch me play. I was in touch with their parents at the time. Like, we would love to watch your practice one day. So Ella and Camille can see what it's like to play for the Philippines. They were like 12 and 13 at the time, and now they're stepping into my shoes in 2015, and it's such a full circle moment for me, and I was like sort of a proud mom.
Yeah, it's but you had your camera with you. Good thing you weren't
Oh
shaking.
yeah, I was like low key emotional because I was so proud of them, and to see them really embody Filipino women's basketball player, it was such a proud moment for me.
You know, for those that are, of course, tuning in, it's Monster RX93.1. We're hanging out with Sofia Roman. She is joining us. We just saw the video that she made. Of course, this is during the Cambodia run for Team Philippines. This is Gilas Pilipinas. They did win a silver.
We won silver.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
and she shared
Congratulations.
the moment there,
Thank
or in
you,
off
thank
air,
you.
she was talking about how these girls used to just watch her. How is it different now? You know, when it's
Oh,
like the
man.
other side of the equation.
Oh yeah, it feels, I'm so happy and grateful to still be a part of Gilas. At the end of the day, everyone that played for the national team is still part of the national team
Mhm.
because they laid the roadmap for the future. And now let's fast forward to the future, because there was such a huge gap between when I played and to be a part of it now.
Mhm.
I feel like it's sort of night and day, because we were the pioneering team, the first batch of Coach Pat Aquino.
Mhm.
And this is probably what his 8th year coaching at the helm, his 4th or 5th SEA Games. So they're more well versed. They've won 2 gold medals prior to this year, and they know what they're doing. And even here, I think there's this push to put women's basketball on the map in the Philippines. You have help from Slam, help from Titan. People are getting, some of the girls are even sponsored now for Nike, TMG Rising. They're getting sponsorships from everywhere.
So sponsors are open to it. Unlike before, it's like,
Yes.
women's basketball.
Yeah.
Really? Usually, did they even dribble the ball? Or,
Oh
di
my
ba, parang
gosh.
wrestling lang yan. Pasambuko, they would say.
Yeah. No,
But I
it's
see
full on.
ladies doing crossovers
Yeah.
now.
Oh gosh, it's
Oh
insane.
my
Like,
goodness.
Chaka Bin on the team, she did some crazy moves at SEA Games, and everybody was off their seats. I mean, my jaw dropped too, and I was holding the camera, so I had to make sure I was like right on her move. But yeah, no, it's. I'm so glad we're getting the recognition we deserve, honestly.
Sophia, we did mention earlier before you went on the break and played some songs on air that everything was ahead. Then in comes that injury. And when you suffered that injury, it was an ACL, was it?
ACL. It was an unhappy triad. I think they call it the triad. I tore my MCL, grade 3 MCL tear, full on ACL rupture, and I tore my meniscus also in one injury.
So it's sort of like similar to like Sean Livingston.
Yeah, it
Similar
blew
to-
out my knee like for a whole year.
And what you did with that, it's such a story of something that's very inspiring. Can you share with us when you went through that, what was next?
Sure.
What came to mind?
Honestly, like in the moment, you just question everything in life, because I was never expecting to get an injury like that before ever, because I thought, I was pretty strong person, pretty well balanced, even in my movement. But it happened off no contact. And I think honestly on a stupid move on my part, because I tried to block a big girl. And I didn't even get off the ground. So that happened. And lots of questioning, denial, like, oh, this never happened. But you wake up every morning, you can't move. I was like literally probably depressed for like a couple months, because I was doing a grad year at Wagner College at the time, and it was right before our season. So I completely missed out on an opportunity to play collegiately again. But I think it happened for a reason. I think things like that happen for a reason. Every athlete who's experienced that, they get to kind of sit back and think about their life, why it happened, what you can do in that time that if it didn't happen, you would have been a totally different person. So for me, I just spent time with my faith, like developing my relationship with God, focused on my master's degree. My GPA was skyrocket at the time because I was like really focused academically, and also just thinking about life outside of basketball. You know, I had opportunities to work, you know, at the NBA, which was my first job out of college and school. So that was a big blessing in disguise because of that injury. So
yeah, I would see your post on that. You mean like WNBA and NBA. You're doing some coverage. You're doing. Is it courtside?
It was courtside. So I was a social content producer. So essentially, what I did at SEA Games was what I did for the NBA and WNBA, primarily on the W side, because that's what they wanted me to do. They knew my experience and my background in women's basketball. So they were like, hey, we're doing so much rebranding for WNBA at the time. We want you at the helm of like the social content and that team. So I was on site. I was traveling. I was covering in our content room,
kicking it with Sue Bird,
kicking it with Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Sylvia Fowles. Like I met them. They saw me a lot, so they knew my name. They know my name. They knew who I was, and it was so cool because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like Sue knows who I am. No big deal, right?
But if I dribbled that ball, she wouldn't have. You know, she probably would hear my shots, but you know.
Yeah, no, she would. They were really, really down to earth people, and just so cool. Yeah.
See that from that challenge, she rose and became a social media content creator / producer / everything on the digital side for the WNBA.
Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing. And then did that open up doors for you to like really flourish into your social media content creating?
That definitely did. I think it laid that foundation. Because I'm a creative person, and I've always been into content production, regardless if it's on the phone or if it's on a camera. But I didn't have like learning the technical skills or the process of how to go about it. It kind of laid that foundation for me, so that when the pandemic hit and everyone was kind of like on their own, I started doing my own content production and then reaching out to my own clients as a freelancer. So
wow. So when you first started doing it for the NBA and WNBA, did you have experience beforehand, or was it like that was when
just
you got
cold
started?
turkey? Like, all right, I'll learn it as I go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, hey, what am I really into? Am I into like marketing, like office work, or am I like creative, and what can I do with that? Okay, so social media is like on the rise. That's what we consume every day on our phones. And I love storytelling too, so that was my route. And then thankfully we have alumni at the NBA, so I reached out to them and then sent in my resume and everything, and I was on board.
Wow.
It's nice. Yeah.
Coming up
Very
next,
inspiring.
we will talk about how does she make it in social media, and how can you, people out there tuned in, make money off of social media. The right content, that's number one for sure. So we're going to get some tips from Sofia. Once again, if you have any questions for her, 0961136791, you could actually send in your questions via our Facebook group. Go ahead, Kayla. What's the hashtag?
So on Facebook as well as on Viber and Telegram.
All right, more Sofia coming up. Once again, do send them in. On air, I'm going to play you guys a track, but off air, online, we'll talk to her some more. As we go on and talk to everybody. All right, for those that are watching us. Okay, so we hope you guys are having a great one. We're still continuing to talk to Sofia. Okay, coming up, we'll talk about, I guess, some tips that you could give out to people when it comes to social media content. But, you know, when it came to your content with the WNBA and also in the professional league, what are the things that you need to get in there? Do you need some press kit or some passes or something like that?
To get into games?
Yeah, to get into games and to all that.
Yeah, well,
the credentials.
The credentials came from the WNBA offices and the NBA. I had the seasonal pass that I would just take with me to every game. And that would give me access to everything, really. So other than that, I just had an iPhone. They provided me with a phone, some vlogging gear just in case I needed it. But mostly the iPhone was my main medium to share the content. So
Amazing.
that's it. Yeah, that's basically it.
And
And-
did you go into your master's for content like marketing
No.
or no? So your master's was totally
So,
different?
Yeah, my master's, it just happened to be the degree that offered a 1-year program because I was there mostly for basketball and I had
Mm.
to get a degree in order to play.
Mhm.
And it was in organizational leadership, but mostly in the educational platform. But it offered me a lot to learn about what makes a good team.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a master's of arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I was saying earlier, like super inspirational because,
Thank
for
you.
you to take the leap of faith and like take on this big opportunity, especially for the NBA and WNBA, like
Yes.
super brave of you to
Thank
step
you.
into
And
it.
what are the
and-
challenges when you
Thank
got
you.
in it? When
Yeah.
when you put the ball down and when you pick up that tripod and you pick up
Mhm.
that gimbal,
Yeah.
what were the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome it?
Honestly, the challenges were more mental for me. I
Mhm.
think because I'm so ingrained into playing basketball, like being on the side and looking at the girls every single time I went to the games. It was kind of like I could do this too, I
Mhm.
could still do this, but it's cool. I think for me, it was definitely a learning experience in the beginning part of that my career there. I think it was really awesome to get the opportunity to do that, go behind the scene, like behind on the baseline and just like being near the court but not on it.
Mhm.
But overall, it taught me a lot about marketing
Mhm.
and taught me a lot about how you can use social media to change the world and change people's perspective on something, which is kind of brings us to Gilas and stuff. Like, women's basketball is definitely underrepresented in all over the world, not just, like here, but also in the States. So how do you use social media to expose people to the girls and how they actually perform and get them to rethink what it's all about? So I feel like we have a little bit more work to do here, but I think it's going in the right direction.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I could see the way they shoot. They all shoot like you, man.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah, we have a lot of shooters and a
Uh-huh.
lot of guards on. I feel like just Filipinos are just mostly guards anyways, but they are super good guards. Like you put up one of the guards against like another player from another country. I put my dibs on our guards because they're really good. Yeah.
Hey, in Be the
Wow.
Future, I saw her highlight reel. It's only one person that backed down and did the post. Everybody else were like, oh, they were like raining,
We are
splash this,
fast and
splash
furious.
Yeah,
that,
that's
left
true.
and right.
Definitely fast
Now,
and furious.
for you, I mean, is there a chance of you to get back on the court? Is there a chance? Is
I
it a part of
think
you still want to? Yeah, I know a part of you want to play
definitely.
one more season. I mean,
Yeah, I definitely want to still play. It's in God's hands now, honestly. I feel like just being here is a bonus in my life because it was so kind of last minute, and I know it's like been a long time, but for sure still got it. I for sure still got it, and I think over time you learn to be a wiser player and more efficient on the court. And I noticed that with a lot of the veterans too. It's not so much emphasis on your energy levels because that's what I was like really focused on when I was a younger player, but more so on your thought process of how you can move better on the court. And so, yeah, I felt more efficient this time around than I was before. But yeah, whatever opportunities I do get, I'm definitely going to take it up. I have a 3-on-3 tournament here this weekend with Red Bull.
Are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing on
Oh,
a team.
look at you!
Awesome.
So if
Hey,
you all
okay.
are available, you can go buy food by the court in Makati and watch us work.
Awesome.
I'll be there having fun, shooting, and playing the sport I love. But yeah, any opportunity to play, I honestly just take it up.
For those who are
Yeah.
tuning in, we have Sofia Roman. She is joining us fresh off of Cambodia. She's there as a videographer / content creator this time. But of course, we're just talking about her journey in basketball. She'll be saying goodbye. I think she's making better videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to
yeah.
it and the content. Now, what got you into it? Okay, so you got into it, and any tips that you could give to people out there who who want to start content creating, Rico, but can't understand and don't know where to start.
Yeah, so I think people get stumped on like the production value when they first start off things because they think they don't have everything they need yet. But I think the biggest hurdle is just to start.
Mhm.
You have a phone. Everyone mostly has iPhones now, which takes amazing content. So
Mhm.
you just have to post. You just have to do it. You have to film. You have to try it out. Keep doing it, because the more you do it, the better you'll be, and you learn along the way.
Mhm.
So just pick your iPhone up, record yourself. Just get a tripod, like your phone, a tripod, maybe a little
Really?
ring light,
I
like
got a
this one
little
right
nice
here.
tripod here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And film, because that's how I started.
What was the first content that you made?
I made honestly, I did some like cinematic short clips of me and my little sister like playing basketball, and I voiced it over. And I this one video where I wrote a letter to my 15-year-old self and the lessons I learned, because that was the time I just got the job at the NBA and I just got over my injury. So it was a cinematic story about that, but in a letter format.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Something we should check out for sure.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
we'll
cool.
play that soon. Kasi
Yeah,
baka,
yeah.
baka maiyak tayong lahat
Oo
pag
nga.
nakita. Sofia, buisit ka. We're gonna guess. Diba? Okay, incomes here in the Philippines until July. And I know it's not all basketball that's in mind. Is there, if they offer you showbiz, are you open to doing show business?
Yeah, I'm open to it. I think that's another thing I learned through content. Sometimes you're going to have to be in front of the camera, because eventually, who knows, brands might want to reach out to you and say, hey, can you like showcase our product in a video, and you're in it. So you have to kind of model. So I had to learn how to be comfortable in front of a camera. Hence this thing. And yeah, no, I would definitely be open to the opportunity like that.
Hey, okay.
And I mean, you know, with you working with the NBA, I'm sure that was such a dream come true for you. Do you have like, what else would you say going forward would be another dream project or like a dream job? for
something you
you?
look forward to, especially to all your
Yeah.
fans as well.
Mhm.
Honestly, I'd love to just get into working with people out here as well, so I can expand my reach here in the Philippines. Do production for, like, I want to be a BJ Pascual
Oh,
video
Oh my
format
gosh.
here and
Yeah.
have a small team of people that can help me do that. That's what I would want, and I'm manifesting right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to be like
BJ's tuned in.
yeah. Hey BJ, you hear this?
Flex your bicep. BJ's batak, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
BJ be working out.
super.
You
Yeah,
know,
I love his photos, man. He's
Yeah,
so
so
good.
talented.
But I'd love to do like videos in tandem with stuff like that. So that's cool.
And you know, of course, in the future, what's in store for you, especially for the remaining of your stay here in the Philippines? What's to look forward to for Sofia and all her fans?
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can also go to FIBA Asia if I'm lined up, or if I have to do content again. I'd love to another opportunity to showcase what women's basketball got. And other than that, just like hang out with family, continue scaling my business and production, maybe to the Philippines so that I can be back more often. That'd be really cool. So yeah, that's basically it.
And what's the name of the company?
It's Roman Productions.
Look at that.
Mm.
Roman.
Nice.
Roman.
So if sa state is Roman,
It's
sa
Roman.
Pilipinas, sa Bataan, Roman Production.
Yeah, Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So
You're producing,
that's
of course, content and movies. Is it gonna be?
not movies. I've done a mini doc for my dad before. But nothing more than like 30 minutes or so. I've done YouTube videos and stuff like that. I've done some for Jeffree Star. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
Jeffree
we
Star.
know. We all know
of
Jeffree
course.
Star. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh
since
my
you made stuff
gosh.
for Jeffree Star and all these other big stars, you have any tips for those that are making it? Other than, is there a certain time limit? Should it be a certain type of music? Should it be K-pop used as the background?
Honestly,
to get more views, to get more
just
hits.
use some trending audio on Instagram or TikTok, and then just kind of keep it to less than 30 seconds or around 30 seconds for social media like that. YouTube, you can go as long as you want. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
So 30 seconds, no?
Yeah.
Wow.
30
That's why bang,
seconds.
bitinin mo sila. To watch more, click here.
Yes, exactly. Like clickbait.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Sort
And
of
like,
clickbait.
I mean, when you edit the videos, should like each clip be a certain amount of seconds, like 3 seconds, and then change scene, or like?
Honestly,
there a
it just
tip?
depends on what you film. it's all up to you. I kind of cut to
Mhm.
the beats
Mhm.
so that it's
It's more
Ah.
in
powerful.
sync with the beat. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
There you go.
Alam mo, we really
It's a
guessed you, not for people, but for you to teach.
Really? Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
why. Got it.
Oh, pininom ka na nga
Alright.
namin eh.
Dang.
Oh,
Alright.
you got some greetings before we go end this interview? You have some shout outs, greet some people?
Shout out to my dad, TikTok lawyer, hi, attorney, my dad's attorney. My mom back home, I love you, I miss you, I love you, James. Thank you for my roses. That was
Hey.
so
So
cute.
sweet.
Yeah, just shout out to my family, shout out to my team, Gilas Women. I love you guys, and I'll do anything literally to help the team. And yeah, that's basically it.
And
So
the
shout out
journey
to
so
them.
far, May 26, 2023. Sophia, you're joining us. What is your message to yourself at this very, very moment?
Ooh. Keep going and never give up on your dreams. That's it.
All right. And your
Thank
dad's a
you.
TikTok lawyer?
Yeah.
Hey, like he's a lawyer on TikTok?
Yeah, it's his tag is TikTok lawyer.
Yeah.
So if you need legal
Amazing.
advice, here I'm plugging my dad. If you
That's
need
so
legal
cool.
advice, full Tagalog, and you don't know what to do with certain situations, speak to a TikTok lawyer. Go on TikTok, TikTok lawyer, Facebook, Instagram, and he'll have some valuable information for you.
I think I ran into him on
Yeah.
my FYP the other day. I'm like, TikTok lawyer, like, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
So
Yeah,
his
yeah.
handle is TikTok lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you
Yeah.
get to check
That
him
is
out.
so
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So then, thank you, Sophia, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for having me.
Anytime you're here in town, you'll still be in town till July. So we're going to hang out
Yeah,
with you.
sure. Whatever you need from me, I can
All
help.
right. Cut it on
Thank
beats.
you.
Remember
Yeah,
that? Cut it on beats.
Cut
All
on
right,
the
thank
beats.
you.
Get your music
Ladies and
out.
gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Sofia Roman.
Thank you for having me.
There you have it. Monsters. Oh my goodness. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. Learn a lot.
A little bit of everything. Basketball, content creation, just going for it, just being brave.
Yung sa basketball part, ano lang yan, part-time na lang yan. I've come to terms with that. So the TikTok creating and all that, something to look forward to. But thank you guys for tuning in once again. Do hit her up. You can check out on our socials as well on the next what's been happening till then. This has been another Monster exclusive interview live in the Monster Studios with us. It's none other than Sofia Roman. My name is Rico Robles.
I'm Kayla Rivera.
Thank you guys for watching.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.